The mandate of the Oldman River Antique Equipment and Threshing Club is to collect, preserve, restore and demonstrate artifacts that represent the agricultural history of southern Alberta. Time period of interpretation is 1880 to 1960. And in our blue building we are actually interpreting the time period 1880 to 1960, where we started out with plowing and seeding and fertilizing and then harvesting with the cutters and overshot stacker with the hay, all those sorts of things, right through to the introduction of tractors. We have a steam tractor in there as well, so you know it's a good opportunity for children to come out and actually see the equipment that was being used by those pioneers and how agriculture has developed in southern Alberta. In addition to collecting and demonstrating equipment, they continued to acquire buildings. One of the buildings that got relocated, a very significant building, is the 1918 Duke of Boer barn. We have an opportunity to rent that out for all sorts of events, but it's got an excellent dance floor in it, so it would be really good for that. Grain elevator was moved from Brockett, and that's a 1906 grain elevator. About 1935, at the peak of sort of the grain industry in Alberta, there were approximately 1,700 grain elevators, and today it's not even 10% of that. It's actually one of the only operating grain elevators in the province of Alberta. The Anders Log House, it got moved in from the Waldron Ranch. It's around 1940s cabin, but we have actually taken the electrical out of it and are using it to interpret for school programs. The period before modern conveniences, where there was no electricity, they had to cook on a wood stove, outdoor plumb, all those kinds of things. We've actually this year received a significant collection of turn-of-the-century household artifacts that work very, very well to interpret the history in the log cabin. Crystal Village, it was a series of buildings that started out by a gentleman by the name of Boss Zuderman. Built the first one for his grandchild as a playhouse, and then continued on to build and build and build until he had at least 10 of them, I think, built. They're made from 120,000 glass telephone insulators, all set in concrete. And this attraction is particularly of interest to the younger folks that come here. Knox Presbyterian Church, that was actually a fairly recent addition in 2000. And that was moved in from Granham, which is about 50, 60 kilometers away from here. There's an opportunity where we could rent that out for weddings. Not only weddings, but the family reunions. We just had a family reunion here 2 weekends ago, and I think there was 140 people at it, and they had a great time out here. And we do have a camping area as well. And some will come and they'll spend 2 hours, some will come and spend 7 hours. They'll just spend the whole day exploring all of the equipment, all of the buildings, bring a picnic lunch and just enjoy the day out here. The club is very active, constantly acquiring, and there's always new things to see at Heritage Acres.